Hello and welcome. My name is TyrionLanstr. Now for today I want to talk about a brand new event that we just got the last couple of days in the Game of Thrones Winter is Coming browser game. And that game mode is called the Ultimate Conquest. Now, I've already registered here and I'll briefly explain the rules, but I want to start by saying that while this may look very similar to the training grounds, I think that there are some distinctive differences that I want to go over that I think will help you to, do the best you can in this mode, but also to just better understand it. So let's first take a look at the rules here. If we go to the rules, it's very long and talks about a lot of different things. So basically, the most important part for me is this matchmaking kingdom at the start. We're matched up with two neighboring kingdoms. So, for example, us in K69, we're also matched up with K70. This is just for the bronze. In silver, it would be 8 kingdoms. In gold league, it is 64 kingdoms. And then diamond league is going to be just, everyone overall. So that's going to be a lot of fun. But right now, everyone is in bronze. You have to get in the top 16 to move up a tier. Basically, what will happen is at the end of the competition, the top 16 will go into a playoff, and all of those 16 are going to be promoted to the next tier, basically. Okay. So, as they explain, everyone starts with an initial 1,000 points, and then you can basically do battles whenever you want. Basically, whenever you win or whenever you choose to take an offensive battle or a defensive battle, you'll earn points or lose points if you lose. But it's not like the training grounds where you take their spot. You just gain points for defeating someone with a higher rank than you. Basically, you get to try for free 5 times every day, and then beyond that you can use diamonds. This is very similar to the training grounds, but when you buy them with diamonds, you only buy one. You do not buy a full new set of 5, so it does get very expensive very quickly. Okay, there's some stuff about the playoffs and how that's going to work. I'll worry about that later. But basically, the important part here is that there's 3 marches. Instead of this being just your commanders, it is a full-on march. So you'll have a vanguard, a middle guard, and a logistics. From what I've seen, there's literally no difference between them, except for the fact that the vanguard faces the vanguard, middle guard versus middle guard, and logistics versus logistics. There's not necessarily a distinctive role to each. Now, what does this all mean? Well, basically, all the armies that you send will have your full lord, equipment, talents, badges, as they say, but will not include War Fervor, Dragon Skills, Hall of Faces, Sept of the Seven, any kingdom buffs, great city buffs. Basically, none of that matters. It is really about your individual account and how strong it is. Also, really important to note, there are no battle losses. You can use all T4 troops and not risk losing them, so that's really nice. Okay, I also wanted to note castle exteriors don't take effect. So I think this is cool because, I know for my account, I just recently, I'll show this real quick, I just recently became a max refinement account. I've basically finished everything. I have a little bit of motivation recovery left on this one, but everything else is completely done. All my pages are maxed, so I have I have some motivation recovery left because I want to get more motivation to do more horses, but my cav attack is maxed, my army size is max, my total attack and enemy total attack reduction is as close to max as I want it to be right now. So point being, that is probably the biggest source of my strength right now. All the castle skins and other things that I would get if I was a max account aren't going to matter for this event. So I think that's pretty cool. I think it's a great equalizer. I think skin appearances are going to be probably a big determinant of strength right now. But other than that, it's really on your account. So that's the basics for the rules. Definitely go through it on your own if you want to look through more stuff, but I think that's the basic gist. Now let's talk about the rewards. So, again, everyone is in the bronze tier right now, so I'll start with that. Basically, when you get to certain ranks, you get these rewards. This is kind of a one-time reward. Pretty not huge. You get some diamonds, great, but nothing too crazy. This is basically the end of season rank. Wherever your rank is, this is what you get. So for us right now, it's really just about getting more books of wisdom. I mean, you get 200 versus getting 180, 160 down to 150, 30, 120 down to 100, 80, and then 60 at the lowest tier. So, books of wisdom are kind of weird in that, like, getting 200 feels like nothing compared to the, like, 1,000 that you get for KVK if you get a full, like, if you complete all the solo and alliance quests, you get about 1,000. So that feels like nothing compared to that one event. And that's for first place. But at the same time, you can only get 30 a day, and they're really expensive to buy with blue diamonds if you don't get the 30 a day. So I do kind of feel like they're not worthless. Like, that's definitely not nothing. But I definitely think that whether you're kind of like, I can for sure tell you that the difference between being like third versus fourth is not a big deal to me. Like, that's 160 versus 150. I can't imagine anyone really caring that much about that. Now, what might matter to people more is it for the playoffs consideration. Like, the playoffs, they get another set of the Book of Wisdom. So being in the top 16 definitely matters because it means you can move up a tier at the end. It means you can participate in playoffs. Yada, yada, yada. Now, on to like what happens if you make it to the playoffs. Then, as we discussed earlier, you move on to the silver tier. And if you notice, the silver tier adds in epic tokens as a reward. Also, basically, everyone gets a base 300 random books of wisdom. And as you can see, that goes all the way down to the 500 level, but then it dips down to just 80. So it kind of like is the default, but I'm pretty sure if there's 16 people from 8 different kingdoms, everyone's going to be in the 100 to 200 range. So this would really only be if people are completely inactive and didn't do anything, in my opinion. So everyone should make it to this level and get more books of wisdom than they would have gotten had they been in the bronze tier. So it really properly incentivizes you to try to move up to the silver tier, to not just like try to hang down in bronze and like beat down on people that are weaker. I think it really does do a really nice job of incentivizing you to push your rank and push up to silver. Gold similarly does the same thing. It just adds in ancient scriptures, and then diamond adds in Sabrina medals. I gotta say, I think for the diamond one, I was kind of hoping the rewards would be a little bit better. I mean, it is nice that it's pretty much a default that everyone's going to get around like 15 epic general tokens, 300 random books of wisdom, and then it looks like 26, I think, of the ancient scriptures. But I guess that Sabrina medals to me are like probably not people's highest priority. Most people probably have her gold. And yes, trying to awaken her is great and all, but I just kind of would like to see them do something a little more exciting for the diamond prize. Maybe like Darius medals, or I don't know. I'm sure they can think of something good. Maybe Night King medals. There's just other commanders that I think are more valuable. Or if you're going to do Sabrina, give way more of her so people can actually awaken her properly. I don't think there's anyone that's going to be able to 4-star awaken her, even if they've gotten first place on every single Lord of Lords event. Okay, so on to like how this actually works. So I'll quickly just show my battle record. I've had a few victories. I've fought a few people, and I've won them all. And as you can see, like based on who you face, you gain different amounts of points. And I can tell you that I didn't do all of these battles. So this first one, I think I messed up or something, and for whatever reason, this computer was lower ranked than I was, so I didn't gain anything for the victory. But then these other ones I gained some, and I did these first 5 against the AI just because they were like really easy, obvious wins. And then in the meantime, people challenged me elsewhere on these 2, and I won both of those. So I actually improved my rank while I was offline, which I thought was pretty cool. I think that's a cool addition for them to do, that if you win a match, you should go up in rank. Okay, so now I have some new opponents here, and I went ahead and bought one more so I could just show this really quickly. So also before I attack, I'll just quickly show. Oh, I can update. Okay, cool. Well, I'll just take a look at my defense and my offense, and this is probably really disadvantageous to me, so I may end up changing this for those that are watching from my kingdom. I know that tough people are most of the ones that watch, and this will give you a chance to beat me, but whatever. So everyone knows I'm mostly a Cav castle, so my first line is all Cav. My second line is also all Cav. I realized that I have enough commanders that I could do a pretty solid line that's still all Cav, and then I have 2 total attack commanders that are giving me pretty good buffs, so I felt good about it. And then my last line I have all Spear, and I felt like I would give them my dragon since I think they're probably got a decent edge and just a little bit more interesting. But I will say that this is a little bit risky of me, just from the perspective of if I run into full spear on the front two, I'm really screwed. But that was part of my thinking, was that I kind of don't think people are going to do spear back to back. I think maybe they'll do a spear front and then maybe an inf or a cab or something like that. And I'm just kind of hoping to get lucky and at least one of them hit an inf, which will be pretty much a guaranteed win. But also, I think my cab are strong enough that against most weaker opponents, I'll probably win it anyway. Okay, so as I said before, the only people in this kingdom are Kingdom 69 and Kingdom 70. So if I look at the rankings right now, as you can see, most of the top folks are some of the strongest accounts that we have. You'll notice a couple of tough folks, a couple of ATD folks that happen to be in K70. SLO is the other major alliance over there. So this is kind of where we're at, and you can see that at the top 16, they kind of have a cutoff of that's kind of where the folks making it to the playoffs will go. Okay. Wait, why do I have... Okay, cool. So right now I'm at 1216 power, or like ranking basically, and the first place is 1770. The spot I would need to get into 16th is right now about 1600, so I would need 400 more. It's pretty clear to me that a lot of these people, used a lot of their challenge attempts, which is totally fine. Like, you get 5 free ones, and then it only costs 100 diamonds to buy an extra one for right now. So I'll do one more right now. This guy, let's see, he's 305, so he's higher ranked than me. It looks like my power is probably going to be not a problem for him. I don't really know a whole lot about his account. If it was someone in K69 like this guy, I could go look him up and figure out what his account looks like, but because I can't do that, here I can see this. With him being 264, I think I'll probably slaughter this guy. So let's just quickly attack him. Okay, so I won the first and the last. I think I won this one as well. It looks like it was a little bit closer. Yeah, this was a full spear line, so just a little bit risky, but I got lucky. Hit full inf, hit full cav. It looks like here. So my spear and my cav did really well. Also, I'm intrigued as to why they made my dragon go here. It looks like, because I had it set up. Oh, maybe, okay. No, to be fair, I set up my attack different than my defense, so that's why my attack actually had it there. Okay, so it looks like I jumped a lot in the rankings. If I look at the rankings, I'm now 273. Wow, I gained 80 from that. Okay, I'm kind of intrigued as to why I gained that much. I don't know that there's an exact calculator as to how much you should gain or not, but that was definitely pretty considerable, so that's good. Let's go ahead and buy one more, and I'll quickly attack this Rob. Okay, easy win. How much did I gain for that one? I gained 92. Whoa, why am I gaining so much more all of a sudden? I feel like they must have done something to increase how much you're gaining, because that's so much more than I was gaining before. All right, well, let's 100 more. All right. 143, sure. 98. Oh my god. Okay, well, I mean, no complaints from me. I'm 83rd rank right now, climbing pretty well. Can I do another one for 100? Let's see. Yep, still 100, so we're going to do one more. All right, I'm up to rank 25 now. Okay, wow, so I've really climbed up pretty quickly. This guy's in 11th, but it looks like I would probably have no problem handling him. So let's go ahead, see if it's still, yep, still 100 diamonds. Okay, so let's go ahead and do one more. There you go. All right, so now I've beaten him. I'm rank 11th now, so now I'm in the top couple. I'll be going to the playoffs for us, assuming I can hold here. And as you can see, you can kind of look and see what the other people's power is. It looks like probably this guy in 5th, 4th, or even 3rd, I probably wouldn't have much of a problem with. Like, looking at my power, I'm at 108. I don't think I would do well against these ATD guys. It'd be pretty close if I went up against Note or Foreign Thrax. They're buddies of mine, so I'm not really trying to take them down. But let's see. So we got this guy in 5th. It's only 100 diamonds. All right, so it looks like they're keeping it at 100 diamonds. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. I'm really glad I tested that. So it looks like you cannot buy more than 10 challenges. It caps you there on the day, but it's only 100 diamonds each. So I really like that. So you basically can only buy 5 extra attempts. They all cost 100 diamonds. Like, that's to me pretty cheap, pretty reasonable. Definitely, if you want to do it, you should go for it. But it's nice to not make it just insane where people are just attacking nonstop. So, I'm ending today at 11th. I'll definitely see, what place I'm in tomorrow, like if it goes up or down. Again, when people attack me, it'll change. So, uh, you know, these are all attacks that I just did, but if someone else attacks me between, when I sign off and when I get back on, then that will affect, my current rank. All right, well, I'm pretty happy with how this went. Again, this is just the first day, so we definitely got a long way to go. I'm excited to see how the rest of this event goes, but hopefully I can make it on to the playoffs, and I'll check back in with you guys then. But until next time, my name is TyrionLanstr. I'll see you then.